MIA. Yo, it's MIA Radio, and we're back.
Yes, sir. What's good? What's good?
Episode 125, and we got a special guest in the building.
Yeah, one of Miami's most fit.
I mean, that's a pretty...
It's off the rip,
especially
dog.
in Miami. But, yeah, man, we got... first, this is our first health, fitness expert on the podcast, right. And we've been wanting to do one of these for a while because, you know, we're DJs and we're creatives and we always
forget.
Yeah,
we get carried away, or
sometimes our health doesn't come first. But over the years we've definitely grown up and kind of adapted to it. But we got a legend in the building, a legend in the making. Marc, aka Mac Method, in the building. What's good, bro?
What's going on? Pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. First and foremost, appreciate it, DJ Zea. I wouldn't be here wasn't for him, so thank you for that.
Of course. And it's funny because I was trying to remember how we met, and then I was like, I've known you for years, but I'm like, how? Because you're like a gym fitness guy. Mm-hmm. And then I remember we had our endeavor together with our boy Omar when we started doing
that's right.
We had a pre-workout.
That's right. We started a pre-workout.
It was a fun experience. We learned a lot. It didn't work out, but I definitely got some knowledge from trying that out.
Something different.
But yeah, man, how did you get started in health and fitness and that whole world?
So, health and fitness has always been a huge part of my life. I've always played sports since I was younger. My dad was in the Marines, so he was big into being fit. I have 3 brothers, 4 of us. So in order for us to stay out of trouble, our parents always had us involved in some kind of sport.
Right.
So sports have always been our getaway, our basically what kept us busy. We played sports all our life. I played sports in high school, played college basketball as well, 2 semesters in Lake Wales. But fitness revolves around sports, obviously. So yeah, man, I started getting into fitness, I would say 16, 17, when I was trying to get a little more athletic, get in better shape for college basketball. And bro, funny enough, I actually ended up falling more in love with the process of training than the sport that I was actually playing. And then from there, it just became a way of life. I stopped playing basketball in college, came back home, couldn't stand it over there. It was horrible. It was like 7 guys to 1 girl ratio in the school I was at.
Where was that?
Weber University in Lake Wales.
Damn.
So yeah, it was rough, bro. It was bad out there. It wasn't the college experience you see on TV,
right.
The parties, the frat parties, sorority parties. It wasn't like that.
Were you was your goal to eventually play D1
yeah,
and then NBA?
Bro, I was realistic. I knew I wasn't going to the NBA. Would I have loved to play maybe like Mexico or one of those places? Yeah, that would have been dope for sure. Argentina, whatever. One of those small places. Yeah, you're a kid, you have dreams, you just want to keep going with it. And I hated school. So I didn't want to stay in school. That was basically the only reason I was in college. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have gone to school. And then, I came back, ended up enrolling in Miami-Dade. I was in Miami-Dade about 2 semesters. And at that time, no more ball. I was just working out, going to school, working out, going to school. And then, bro, I ended up transferring to FIU. And that's when they first opened the exercise science program. It wasn't really a thing yet. People were like, you either go to school for physical therapy or you go to school for athletic training. There's no in between. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it out, man. I have nothing to lose. I don't want to be here to begin with, but I got to make something of it. So started going to school for that. It came natural to me. I liked it because it was all about the body. It was all about fitness. And it was cool because actually I had 2 classes that were in the gym. So it's like, bro, this is amazing. Instead of being in a classroom, I'm in the gym. We would legit watch people work out and he'll be like, okay, tell me what they're doing right. Tell me what they're doing wrong. And I'm like, bro, this is school. I'm really in school right now, bro. This is so dope. And then I remember one of the finals being you have to perform a power clean and a squat. You passed the class based on that.
Just plug in your workout for the day.
Exactly. So I was like, bro, this is for me right here. I don't got to pick up a pen and pencil. This is what I need to do right here. And then, bro, funny enough, I ended up, it's a long story, bro, so I'm just going to let you know right now.
Go ahead. We got time.
I ended up applying for a front desk at an all-women's gym in Doral. Very small, little private gym. And I didn't want to train anybody at the time. I told myself, I don't have the patience to be a trainer. I don't want to work with people. It's just not who I am. I was very introverted. So I'm like, you know what? I'll apply as a front desk. That way I can still kind of study while I'm getting paid. So I go to the interview. The guy interviews me. He's like, hey, he calls me like probably 2 hours later. Hey, you did great, but unfortunately, we gave away the front desk position. Would you like to be a trainer here at the gym? And I tell him, look, bro, I don't want to be a trainer. I've never wanted to be a trainer. He goes, okay, what if we give you $1 more? And I was like, damn, at the time, bro, I'm 21 years old.
Oof,
I'm like, damn.
$1
women's,
is like $10, like a $10, like
yeah. You know, and I'm saying, you know, from $9 to $10, I'm like, bro, I made it. You know, I was like, $10, bro. I can pay my gas, pay my car insurance, double digits, you know. And bro, I had 13 jobs, bro. So imagine for me, I was like, yo, I finally got a job in fitness. I had worked at the hospital. I had worked at Winn-Dixie. I had worked as valet. I had worked giving parasailing boats 6-7 hours in the sun on South Beach. I had, bro, worked at a motorcycle store. I knew shit about motorcycles. I would pretend that I knew. I worked as a little leagues basketball coach. I had so many jobs that I was appreciating this, just having to be here chilling, you know? So I was like, all right, bro, I'll do it. I had never trained anybody. So I come in first day. He's like, all right, it's going to be boot camps. It's going to be a group of 5-6 girls. I was like, okay. I mean, I can do this. I came in, bro, with all the workouts written down on my phone, right? I was like, bro, I hope this goes smooth. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, make it work. I'm gonna thug it out. You know, it is what it is. And bro, it went pretty good. The first session went good. And then fast forward, let's say 3 months. Now his boot camps are so big, we're no longer training in the gym. We're training in the parking lot because we went from 5-6 girls to 30 girls. So it was taking off. It was really taking off. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of like this, bro. This is cool, but I'm still getting paid $10 an hour. So I'm like, this is cool. This is something different, but bro, I'm barely making any money. You know, I'm making just enough to like pay my stuff, and I can maybe take my girl out on the weekend, you know, to like Chili's 2 for $20 or something like that.
Margaritas, split the margaritas.
Yeah, if that, bro. No drinks, ain't no drinks. Couldn't even have a drink. Like, so then I remember one of my buddies who works at LA Fitness, he goes, bro, what are they paying you there? And I go, bro, $10. He goes, bro, I'm getting $15 at LA Fitness. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, bro, I'm getting $15. And there's days where I don't even have clients. I just come in and I get paid. You know, if nobody shows up, nobody shows up. So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this guy, Brian, has no degree, no license, no nothing. I'm about to graduate with my degree and I'm making pennies. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let me talk to the owner, right? So I talk to the owner. Hey, you know, so-and-so, I heard that these trainers are getting paid this, and you know, with all due respect, I have a lot more credentials and I've seen what I've brought to the table. Can I have a raise? Oh, you know, he gives me the whole spiel. Oh, we're trying to expand right now. I'm trying to buy a bigger gym, so I don't really have it. I'm tight, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, bro, but you know, I need a raise. Like I've heard what's out there, what other, you know, what the potential is out there. So he kind of feels that out, like, oh, this guy's probably going to leave. Next day he calls me in. Hey, bro, I got something for you. I'm like, yes, bro. This guy's going to give me 13, 14. Yeah. I come in, he's like, yo, how's 1050?
Oh, wow.
It's even more disrespectful.
Bro,
shit. I got something for you.
Wow. I got something for you, bro. I'm livid. I'm like, nah, I can't even look this man in the face. I'm like, there's no way, bro. 1050. So
1050 is insane.
I remember calling my ex at the time, my girl. I called him like, yo, you know, I'm going to quit. Like, I just got slapped in the face with this. I'm going to quit. And I remember telling me like, yo, you can't do that. You know, you got bills to pay. Find another job before you quit. Whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm going to start looking. On Indeed, you know, looking for jobs, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks pass by. This is where things get crazy. 2 weeks pass by, and it's an all women's gym. And one of the girls, her brother shows up one day. And he goes, hey, look, I know it's an all women's gym, but can I just train this one time? I had to come with my sister. I go, look, it's not up to me. It's up to the owner. He goes up to the owner. He's like, look, you know, I've known you for a while. I'll let you train. The kid trains, does the whole boot camp with the women. After the session, he comes up to me. Bro, I love the way you train. Do you offer one-on-one? I would love to train with you one-on-one. In my head, I'm like, bro, I've never trained one-on-one in my life. I don't know what that consists of. I don't know how to train somebody one-on-one. But my pocket was like, bro, you need money. You got to make this work. You got to make this work.
One-on-one is not 1050.
Yeah, one-on-one, that's 1050. But this is where you get desperate. So I remember I tell the kid, mind you, this kid at the time was, and I can say his name, Joel, because he's like my brother now. At the time, bro, Joel was 18, 19 years old. So he didn't really have money either. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I'm like, bro, by any means, I'm going to make an extra $1. So I go, you know what? My parents have a couple of rusty weights, a couple bands at the house. I can make something work. So I tell him, yeah, I got a private gym, Kendall. Kendall
Miami
and,
shit.
Miami shit, you know. So I tell him, hey, Kendall on 107th Avenue, you know, meet me here. My parents live behind the UFC. So I'm like, meet me here. He's like, all right. So he calls me. He's like, yo, I'm here, but it's all houses. I'm like, yeah. It's right here. It's right here. Come around the side or whatever. So he comes in. He's like, all right, this is where we're training. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is where the magic happens, you know? Like, little does he know, I'm telling him I got like 2-3 clients. I really don't have any.
Yeah, you're selling it.
I'm selling it, right? So I remember telling him, I go, look, this is what I'm going to charge you. $250 Monday through Friday. $250 Monday through Friday for the entire month, right? So we do the math, that's $10 a session. So then he goes, bro, I don't think I could do $250. So I'm like, bro, I cannot lose this kid. I need to lock him in. All right, $200. So you do the math, you're talking like $5, $7 a session. You know, it's like nothing at the time. So start training with the kid. Nowadays, my sessions are 50 minutes long. Start training with him, bro. Our sessions it wasn't even timed. It was just a matter of I wanted to give him a certain workout. We were getting that workout done. Yeah. So it would be 2-hour workouts some days. Sometimes it will pass that. And so if you think about it now you start adding by session, it's really not $5. You're talking like $2 a session, really, because we're going 2-hour sessions. So Joel trains with me. We're going on month 2 now, and his sister Brittany's like, bro, you've changed like crazy. If you go to my page, you scroll to the bottom. He's my first transformation. I'm like, yo, you look insane now. He's like, yeah, I've been training with Mac, you know. So she's like, I want to train with Mac now. All right, perfect. So I put him on a special now. Bro, $300 for both of them. Yeah, 5 days a week. These people, I'm, you know, at this point, bro, it's like, why am I even doing it? You know. Yeah. So, but I loved it. So then, long story short, she looks great now. Brittany transformed. She's on my page too. She transformed. She's looking great. She shows up to boot camp. Hasn't been there in probably like 2 months. All the girls, oh my God, Brittany, you look crazy. What are you doing? What have you been? I can't tell you here, but when we leave, I'll tell you what we're doing.
Like I'm fucking the side bitch, but I'm at the main crib.
Yeah, like exactly.
You can't drop the name.
Like, first thing I tell these people is you cannot say anything to anybody. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to say anything. 18, 19-year-old girls, course, you know, something's going to happen. So the next thing I know, within probably 2-3 weeks, I got 20-something girls in my driveway.
Wow.
Yeah. So
to work out.
Yeah. You know, people pulling up early, parking in front of the crib, like if it's an actual gym and it's my parents' house. Like my parents, at this point, my dad's ex-Marine, bro. My dad's like, yo, this shit's got to go. Like you got to find a place. Right. I can't have this like lack of privacy. I can't even come out here like in underwear anymore. It's crazy. I'm up until I'm getting there 5 a.m. I'm there till 12 a.m. sometimes training people. Dragging a metal sled across the front of the house. Yeah. You know, my parents are like, yo, this is getting crazy right now. So then nothing, bro. Eventually I got to the point where my parents were like, yo, you know, you need to get out of here, you know, and they were telling me you got to find a real job. This is not a real job. They're like, you need something with benefits. You need something with insurance, you know. And at the time, all my brothers were firefighters. I have 3 brothers. They're all firefighters. So they're like, bro, you need a real job. This is not secure. It's not a real job. You know, and I'm like, yo, look, this is what I like to do. In the meantime, this is what I'm going to do. So then, long story short, you know, one of my friends contacts me, one of my boys contacts me, tells me, hey, we have a gym here that's subleasing. If you pay the rent, you get a key, bring as many clients as you want. Yeah. End up going there. And I mean, I was there probably 6-7 months. Mind you, 6-7 months, right? I'm like, yo, I'm a big boy now. I'm working at a gym. I got my own key. All right, I'm going to move out. So I move out to this apartment in Doral. Bro, I'm 21. I'm paying $2,000 a month. 22, paying $2,000 a month for this 1 bedroom. Literally, like, bro, 600 square feet. Tiny little thing. Bro, and the gym closes 6 months in. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, no fucking way. The gym closes down. Shit goes south. And then my buddy tells me, hey, another gym. You know Miami, you think gyms pop up left and right. Another gym pops up in Coral Way in 132nd. Perfect, bro. This is great. So I go to that gym. I'm there probably another 6-7 months. And then I start to realize, I'm like, bro, I'm paying here $500-600 a month for a sublease. Why don't I train my clients in my apartment building that has a nice big gym and I won't even have to pay? Like, it'll be completely free.
And it's like when you do a sublease, it's kind of like a barber chair, right?
Correct. Right. Exactly. Right. It's like a barber chair. You get the key and that's it. You're not in charge of anything, you know. So yeah, so I started training little by little. I started to transition my clients over to my apartment building, and I was doing that for probably about a year. finally one day I receive an email from the association saying, hey, we've seen you running an illegal business.
Right.
You know, yeah, exactly. Got you, you know, and they're like, yo, if we catch you again, you know, we're pretty much going to have to kick you out completely. So I'm like, fuck, bro, what do? I don't want to go back to paying the $600 a month. You know, I've been throwing away so much money. So I sort of think, I'm like, well, I got to find a gym. I started looking everywhere. I got a realtor, started looking everywhere. Bro, I couldn't afford that. You know, it was too much to afford my rent plus a gym. And I wanted to stay in the Doral type of area, which was really expensive at the time. I was like, bro, I can't do this. I'm like, what are my options? Maybe I'll buy a house and I'll convert a garage. Maybe I can do that. Now I'm paying for my mortgage, but I have the gym covered.
Right.
So I basically got a realtor. One of my clients starts looking. We only saw 2 properties. The second property that we find, I was like, this is it right here. It has, all I cared about was so funny, bro. I can give a shit less if the house looked like shit. If the house was new, old, as long as the garage was 2-car garage, that's all I wanted. So then,
right, I forgot that you were doing the gym in the house.
Yeah. I was in my crib. You know, I built out the 2-car garage. I put AC, you know, insulated it. I bolted down the door, turned it into like a legit like studio type of thing.
And what year was this?
This was 2019.
Okay.
2019, yeah. So then 2019, I did that. I was training clients there about a year and 8 months because I bought my house in August and I sold it. Let me see. I bought my house in August of 2019 and I sold it December of 2020. So actually, no, I was there a year and like 2 months. I was there a year and 2 months.
You already had like that base core of your clients.
I already had that strong base core.
Didn't know where to.
Correct. I had bro. At that point, I had 25 clients. I would say I had 15 that are with me 2-3 years. So I had a good, solid foundation at that point. And then rewind a little bit before I sold my house. I ended up getting reached out by this gym called DBC in the Design District. Pretty big gym, you know, that's where LeBron was going, Dwayne Wade was going. So I get in touch with the owner. He's like, hey, look, we're looking to bring on another trainer. You know, I would love to have you come in, feel out the vibe, see if you like it. So I end up going over there. And then he sits down with me, you know, I don't want to say tells me the dream, but he tells me the opportunities, you know, because I'm cool with David. David's a cool guy. He's the owner of DBC, very well-known person in the fitness industry. And basically tells me like, look, the rent is $2,000 a month here. You know, so I'm thinking like, damn, man, I just started getting into a positive. You know, I just got out of the debt from my house, building the gym and all that. I'm like, that's kind of going back to where I was at. So then I started thinking, I'm like, bro, why don't I open my own? Like, bro, why don't I just open my own gym?
Bet on yourself.
Yeah. Bet on myself. You know, if I'm going to pay $2,000 a month right now, why don't I just open a gym? So back to my realtor. Hey, you know, I want to start looking for a space about this size, you know, 1,000 square feet, whatever. Let me know what you find. Comes back, bro, like a week later. Yo, I found this spot. You got to check this spot out. This is a gem. It's gated. The lady just bought it. You know, she doesn't really know what the value of the place is. This, and this. I think you should check it out. Come check it out. I'm like, bro, this is perfect. I need this spot. This spot is perfect. I was like, bro, I even told my realtor, we have to buy it. I'll sell my house to buy it. Like, wow. That's how important it was to me.
Yeah.
You know, because really, bro, I bought my house and yes, I was living in it, but it never felt like my house. It felt more like a business because I worked so much.
Yeah, like your office was, I mean, your sleeping quarter was
literally, bro. Yeah.
Your office.
You wake up, you're working. You go to sleep and you wake back up and you're working. So, yeah, bro. So then she found the gym and then COVID hits, right? And remember, we're going through COVID. So houses went up like crazy. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what, bro? Do I really need a 4-bedroom house? I don't have kids. I don't plan to have kids anytime soon. I don't need this. You know, I want to put all my energy into Mac Method, into the lab, all this. So sold the house and ended up putting everything I had, bro, into the lab. And we made a year probably a month ago, a year anniversary at the lab. And now we're expanding, bro. We got the bay next door. We're knocking the wall down. We're doubling in size. And I partnered up with a doctor, Dr. Bobby Thrush. And he's going to handle the whole recovery side, you know. So now we're taking it a notch up. Now it goes from fitness to more health and fitness, health and wellness, you know. So, yeah, bro, it's been a process.
Super
That's
dope.
Awesome.
Been a process.
What I've noticed, like past guests we've had, is that they pretty much like they bet on themselves, and even though it probably can seem like a stupid decision at the
or
moment,
it's a risk, or like something that's literally like a jump, like a leap of faith.
You know what's funny is that I was actually talking to Bobby now. He's 2 years younger than me. And I was telling him, like, look, bro, you can't be scared to go negative, you know, because I've been there. Look, when I got my house, I dished out every dollar I had, bro. Eating tuna. Me and my girl were not going out. Yeah. I was wearing clothes from Walmart. All my gym clothes was Russell from Walmart. You know, same shit, same shoes I had for I don't know how long. And then, bro, I was taking out a personal loan of $30,000, you know. Yeah. So I was down. And I was, and at the time, I was like, bro, I can't believe I just did this, you know.
But when you're back against the wall, you're like,
I mean, what else? What else?
You got to grind now, bro.
Let me ask you this: health and working out has become trendy in like the last 8 years?
Yeah, it's popping off now.
So how was it for you in your business? Like, was it like, all right, like?
Well, I mean, bro, I'm gonna tell you that's the biggest blessing, because when I started doing this, there was no such thing as a fitness entrepreneur. Yeah. It was, you're a trainer, you work for LA Fitness, you work for Porky's, you work for YouFit or one of those. So what I started doing was completely different, you know. And plus, bro, Instagram didn't even have video when I first started doing this. True, really. It was like, post a picture flexing, hopefully somebody trains with you, you know. No videos, no proof of work, no, you know, there was none of that. So it was really all word of mouth in the beginning, a lot of word of mouth. And that's why I feel like I had to go through a lot of stuff that a lot of these people, I have 2 people shadowing me now, they don't have to go through, because there's people who can prove that, hey, look, the work, putting in the work, even though it's something different, actually pays back. Right. You know, because, bro, my parents were, they love, you know, I love my parents to death. They support me now night and day. It's, you see them now, they're all wearing Mac Method logos everywhere. But at first, this was a joke.
Of course.
You know, it's
same
like,
show with us.
Yeah.
Literally the same show with us.
You got a degree and you're gonna be a trainer? Like, in their mind, they're thinking LA Fitness. Like, why'd you get a degree for this? This is, you know, this is ridiculous. You could be doing so much more. You could, and then, bro, you know, once I showed the proof of work and all that, everything changed.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, what's interesting is like, you're, especially in Miami, it's like you're actually you have more credentials. You went to school, and a lot of people don't go to school. Like, you think there's a certain like stigma, especially in Miami, where like you can pass as a
trainer, whatever,
off your Instagram or off videos,
off your image.
You don't know the science, you don't know the work behind it. Like,
that's 100% one thing, man. And I'm sure it's other places aside from Miami, but in Miami it's huge, where people sell, you know, an image, you know, sex sells. People are selling like a physique versus actual knowledge, because it's like, yeah, you know, you can transform yourself, but can you transform other people? You know, do you know the physiology? Do you know the nutrition portion? Do you know the part where they can actually maintain this? Do you know all those things? That to me is the biggest thing, because I don't really care if somebody has 2 million followers but they have one person transformed. It really doesn't mean anything to me in this industry. So yeah, bro, I think education is huge, but also your image as well draws people in. So you got to have both. To compete at an elite level, you got to have both. Because it's like, you know, you go see a car, the outside is beautiful, and you're like, man, I want to buy this car. And the second you test drive it, it drives like shit. That's like what I'm trying to say. You have the image, but you don't have the knowledge. So I think you got to have a little bit of both to really get to that level where you're now consistent. You're bringing in clients, you're retaining clients. That is the biggest difference for sure.
Yeah, and like I go to the gym and I see like some trainers, and I'm like, and I mean, I'm not no expert, I'm not no nothing, but I'm like, bro, what that person's showing that person to do, it cannot be right. But cause then I follow guys like you and other experts, and I'm like, it's funny because like I like the stories you put, because you're like, it's no bullshit. Like, you're not
informative
selling a dream. It's practical, informative, and it's like,
to the point.
There's no magic.
There's no magic.
It's this is what it is, and
people want that magic pill, and I tell people all the time, you're not gonna get it. You know, you're not. And even sometimes, bro, you feel pressured when you have like these celebs in front of you, because you want to sell them a dream. You're like, bro, I have this celeb. This could be a gateway for me. I want to lock them in, and you can easily be like, yeah, bro, whatever you want to happen, whatever you want, we'll make it happen. You know, but it takes a lot in you to tell them and be honest and look them in the eyes and be like, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to underpromise you, all right? But if you put in the work, we're going to overdeliver. There's going to be days you come in, you're going to hate it. There's going to be days you don't want to be here, but you'll love it later. I'm not going to tell you you're going to walk in here and walk out without breaking a sweat and see results. It's not going to happen. You know, and I think some people will respect it, and then other people will be like, I didn't want to hear this.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear that I was gonna see results. I was gonna see the results right away without doing, you know.
That's probably not the type of clients you want.
No,
anyways.
definitely not. I want people who are serious. You know, those are the ones who are gonna bring
and
results.
what's the reaction when you tell them, like, have you had people not like back off or like fail out or
like not go through with it?
Yeah,
Bro, if I told you this, you probably wouldn't believe me. So, and I'm glad I'm saying this, you know, on air right now because a lot of people need to hear this. I want to tell you right now, out of everybody who buys an online program, 20% or less actually goes past the second week of the program.
Oh shit.
And they're 12-week programs. Because the second they open up that nutrition plan, they open up that guide, and they read the mindset portion, because I have a mindset portion first, and then the nutrition part, they said, this isn't what I want. I thought it was going to be like step one through 3, and then I get results.
Yeah.
So once they open that up, they just throw their money away, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. I guess I'll put it this way, bro. If every single person who bought an online program stuck with the whole 12 weeks, instead of me having 100 transformations, I would have a couple thousand, you know? So that's just the way it is, bro. People don't stick with it.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, there's no magic pill. It's like people find out that it's literally like a lot of hard work, dedication, the cliche things, but it's
consistency and everything. Like
until you have to put in, you have to live the cliche, you know? So you have to actually put in the work and all that. It's a whole different story. Different story.
But so when you send, like, you said you have like a mindset portion.
Yeah.
Like,
in the beginning, okay, so when you open up your plan, there's about a paragraph, it's about a paragraph and a half long, and basically talks about how you need to remember why you started. You need to remember what this means to you when it gets tough. And when you're on week 2 now, week 3, and you're like, man, I don't want to keep eating like this. I don't want to keep doing my cardio. You need to remember those days. So when that comes, you don't throw away your time, you don't throw away your money, and you can keep on going, you know? So that's why I put a mindset part first, because people need to hear that, bro. Sometimes people need that slap in the face before they start that program, you know?
And the mindset is probably the most important part of the whole
Absolutely.
program, right?
Absolutely.
If you don't have it, then you're not gonna.
You're not gonna follow through. It's like you came here for nothing.
Where do you get that, like, that whole mind? I'm always interested in, like, people, how do they develop the mindset, or is that something you think is like from your family? Or
I
your
think
Marine,
yes. I think my upbringing for sure played a role. My mom, bro. My mom has always worked her ass off. I saw my mom before she got with my stepdad. You know, just me and my brother and my mom. And my mom was always working. We had a babysitter all the time because, bro, she had to provide. She was trying to grow. So my mom started off as a secretary at Merrill Lynch. She's now a financial advisor, you know, so she moved her way up. That was back in the day where you could just work your ass off and go up, you know? So, bro, that to me is everything. Watching her grow to where she's at, put in the hours. You know, I remember her taking me and my brother with her to work all the time, having to go on the weekends, having to go see clients, you know, at their homes. So I always tell myself, if a single mother with 2 kids could bust her ass like that, bro, I have absolutely zero fucking excuse. Yeah. No type of excuse, bro.
Right there.
You know, so, and then on top of that, my dad always instilled discipline. He was always like, look, it's never going to come unless you go get it. And if it's easy, it'll probably leave easy. You know, it'll probably go easy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. I mean, those are the things that when you're young, you don't realize. You're like, damn, I hate my mom. I hate my dad. You know, why are they so mean? And then
when you get older, you're like, oh,
correct.
I get it.
You're like, damn, I'm so glad, you know, I had that tough upbringing like that. They were very, very strict for certain things, but they were good parents. Bro,
damn, and she was a financial advisor. So when you were telling her all your plans, you must have been like
oh yeah,
facts. That doesn't add up. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, bro, remember, so she deals with people's money and she's investing their money in order to make them more money. So when she hears her son being like, hey, I want to dish out everything I have right now to build a gym or to do this, and she's like, well, I've never heard of that, you know, I don't think that's too safe, and I still did it, and I still went against it, and I still did it because I was like, look, man, if I don't do this, nobody's gonna do it for me. Yeah, you know, I have no choice. I really, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, I was already thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm in a position right now where, especially with the way I look and stuff like that, I have to bet on myself. I have to, bro. I can't just go somewhere and be like, hey, here, I want to apply for 9 to 5. Nah, man.
It's funny though, is people always and we always talk about that like people always get like misinterpreted of like, oh, because we don't have a 9 to 5, like maybe it's easier. Like, oh, we're just trying to But it's like when you don't have that structure or that blueprint or that secureness of an office or anything, you're like, it's the hardest work. It's all on you.
It lights
all
a
the
fire.
pressure,
Yeah, it lights a
all
fire.
the money problems, all the like,
Everything,
you have
bro.
to be your own boss. Everything.
Everything. It lights a fire. Now, to me, it's like you're gonna be successful the way you handle that. So you're either gonna handle that, it's gonna bury you, or you're gonna handle that, it's gonna fuel you even more. That's really where it comes down to mindset. You know, it's flipping it into a bigger positive or letting it bury you. That to me is like what has put me where I'm at right now. And I'm not, I'm not anywhere where I want to be, but it's definitely put me ahead of where I thought I would be. So
I heard a quote today on another podcast that said, life's low key about how you handle losses.
like that.
How you adapt to your losses.
How you adapt to your losses. I like that.
Yeah, so we had some like I said, we had some questions, some inquiries, because we're DJs, of course, and we have I think for the most part now we've kind of we've normalized our schedule a little bit, like to adapt to our life. Right. But like in the beginning we were, I know for me, rough, huh? Yeah, like
that nightlife and always living in the fast lane.
Yeah, and we put our health almost second, third. Right. And it's not just DJs, it's like entrepreneurs, creative, like
all of us.
We're like, your job is your life and your life is your job, so you give it 100, and then like I'll worry about working out and eating like later because I'm focused on this. Yeah. So it's like how does someone like that navigate where like maybe I'm up 18 hours or I sleep, I take a nap, and then I go to work 10 to 4 in the morning, and then
like you don't stop. Or like some
what I tell people is this. So I've had doctors where they work 24 sometimes, or they're on call and stuff like that, or some of these celebrities who are in the studio 14-15 hours, and I tell them, look, your priority is your priority no matter what. It's the reason why you are where you are. But when you have the opportunity, when you have the time to make that choice of what you're going to eat or put into your body, go the healthy route. I'm not telling you now, because that's bullshit. When people say, I need you to eat 3-4 times a day, every 2-3 hours, it's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. What you need to do is that when you do eat, you need to make sure you're eating something that's healthy. Make the healthy choice, whether it be the protein be chicken, fish, a protein shake or eggs or whatever it may be. You just need to make sure that one time that you eat or that 2 times that you eat is the healthiest option that you have. Because that's being real with yourself, and I can tell you that because I'm a health professional. And when I was grinding and trying to get my business up, bro, I was eating maybe twice a day, sometimes once a day. My water intake was shit because I was so worried about my clients, and I was always with my clients that I didn't want to step away to get water. My diet was shitty. Like it was to the point where, and I can say that now, where I was working on that place, that first gym right in front of FIU, and bro, I was eating Hungry Bear almost every single day. Like subs, bro. Like I'm getting a meatball sub at one point, and it was gas, super gas, but. At that time, it's like, bro, I'm eating this in my car. I don't want my clients to see me. But I'm like, bro, I just need to eat to survive at this point, And then I got shingles at 24, break out all over my face, neck, everywhere, because I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating how I was supposed to. And then on top of that, I'm trying to fit my own workout in. So I'm fucking dying. Like, I'm literally running on fumes.
I got shingles when I was 20. After I got back, I think like 25. Same thing. I was just super stressed.
Bro, it sucks. That shingles, bro. It hurts.
Insane.
It hurts.
When I had it, people didn't know what it was. Like,
yeah.
It's like weird.
I thought I had an allergic reaction or something, or like, bro, I'm like, what the hell? Did I eat something weird?
Yeah. What happens with shingles?
Shingles is like adult chickenpox.
Yeah, it's like adult chickenpox, but it's like attached to the nerves. Yeah. So, bro, it feels like somebody's lighting a match on you, like on your face.
Oh, damn.
I had a crazy rash, like
that's what I had,
like in the back of my head.
Me too.
Like in random places, and I felt I just watched it the other day. Something about Mary. It's like some shit like that. Like it starts a little bit, and then like the more it's like stress.
The more stress you get, the more it can spread.
So it's caused by stress mainly.
Yeah, but then like it goes away. I had it.
It went away.
I had it for like 4 or 5 days.
Exactly. I had it like that more or less. And then I'm training my clients with it, and I'm telling them like, oh, I just ate something and had an allergic reaction because I don't want to cancel my clients. So yeah, bro, when you have the opportunity in your profession, just make the healthier choice, bro. Try to cut. I know you guys are probably having drinks thrown at you left and right. pretend you drink them and toss them.
Yeah.
Drink the water, you know, or fill it with water. Tell them you know you're fucked up right now. You're just drinking water, you know. And whenever you can, bro, you know you gotta, like I tell people, you gotta prepare yourself too. So take a protein bar, take a protein shake. Listen, bro, that's doable. This is what I tell my clients all the time when they tell me, oh, I don't really know if I told you at the end of the week I'd give you $1 million for doing your cardio, I bet you would do it in a heartbeat. And they all sit saying, oh yeah, of course I would. Okay, so it's all in your fucking mind. It's your mindset, you know, making it a priority.
The protein bar thing is so real because I started doing that a few years ago, and that shit literally, like, you have to time it. Like, so for us, if I'm working till 2-3 o'clock and I'm not drinking and I'm drinking water and I'm hungry and I'm already thinking like, fuck, like,
what am I gonna eat?
You eat that protein bar like at 11 o'clock midnight, and you're out at 2,
life change.
You're fine.
Yeah,
you're literally fine.
Night and day difference.
And it's funny because I've eaten it and then I'm like, fuck, I'm still hungry. But then I'm like, I drink more water and I'm like,
and you feel good.
You know what? Like, damn, like it's like you have like the devil and the angel, you know?
And the devil leaves.
And you're like, all right, I'm good. So,
and then the other thing I could tell you is this. I don't really go out often, but I remember I went out. This is the most recent time that I went out. It was probably like 2 months ago. I went to this place in City Place Doral, that little club they have there.
Martini
bar. Yeah.
And bro, yeah, it's a club, you know, you got a DJ in there, you got people getting banged up. But I remember ordering from the menu and they got grilled chicken, they got churrasco, they got, you know, they have healthy options. So the stuff is there. It's just a matter of choosing that.
Yeah, I think it's hard for people to have that discipline when like you're out, there's like
everyone, the influences,
having fun, you're
of
like,
course.
Oh, I might as well just get the chicken wings.
Of course.
Like, but
of course. Just yeah, man.
So like another, you know, misconception, or I don't know if it is a misconception, but like a question I had is like a lot of people do the whole like fourth meal thing, or you know, I mean kind of not even on purpose, but just because the way like my body feels better like that. But like the intermittent fasting,
I love it.
But
yeah,
is there an actual difference of like, let's say I have a gig or I'm doing something in the studio or whatever, and like I get out and then like at 3 a.m, I realize, damn, I haven't eaten all day and I'm starving. Like, is it bad if I eat something, even if it's healthy, or
it's not gonna be bad, bro? It's not gonna be bad. I'll tell you why. Especially in your case, you know, you're not obese and stuff like that, so it's not gonna make a huge difference. But and you're active too. I know you roll and stuff like that. So you jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. It really depends, bro. I tell people all the time, if you can't fast, you can still lose weight. You can absolutely still lose weight. If you can fast, it makes it easier because now you have less time to worry about eating. You don't have to be looking for your breakfast. You don't have all that stuff. So I tell my clients this. Let's say your window is 12 to 8 and you just finished training with me at 8 o'clock. You're good. Don't freak out because they're like, oh, I just finished training with you. I'm like, look, you can go home. You can have yourself a shake. You can have yourself some eggs. You can have yourself, you know, an egg white omelet. It's not going to make or break you. You know, it's really not. It's not. But as long as you're not doing it every day, then it defeats the purpose of the fasting, you know. But it's people overthink it too much, bro. They overthink it too much.
So the fourth meal healthy is okay.
Yeah, you don't even got to do fourth meal. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's kind of what we're getting at. Like,
it's okay. It's okay. And by healthy, I mean something light, something really light. Like my go-to, I tell people all the time, egg white omelet, as many vegetables as you want, bro. Go crazy with the vegetables. That'll keep you full.
I think it's just the tough part is when like you get out and like nothing's open, or you're like, damn, I'm gonna have to go home, then set up the thing,
set it up. Yeah.
Just like, oh look, McDonald's.
The first thing, pull in. Yeah, bro. The devil.
No, for real. It's yeah. I mean, for us, it's on the schedule, and the bringing it back, like the protein bar, that shit has literally like changed my life because I'll be DJing and I'm like, fuck, and I'm like thinking, and you know, and then I'm like,
yeah, it makes your whole life simpler.
I'm like, wait, I have like Cliff bars in the bag, and I
there you go,
one, boom, bro, and it's
and now you're good. You don't got to think about it anymore.
No, it changes everything.
Well, what are like some other like just practical like simple things that people like maybe overlook, where it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like you don't have like, you know, I couple years back I was doing the MyFitnessPal where I was just like, every single thing I was like, no, I gotta plug it in.
There's a huge thing with that, right? So people become obsessed and then you can't even live your life because now you go out to eat and you're like, yo, if I can't log this, I'm not eating.
It's like, it becomes homework.
I had a friend, Garcia was on that shit. He was like,
So look, I'm not. This is the thing. Whenever I have a client start, I want them to track at least the first 2 to 3 months. Why I do that? That allows you to see what food is actually shit for you and allows you to see what food is good for you, right? So it teaches you how to build that relationship. After month 2, month 3, you know I shouldn't be eating this, or you know what the right amount looks like, you know, what the portions. Because people ask me, man, do I have to use this app forever? Hell no. I would be lying to you because I'm not using it forever. You know, it's not happening. Now, if I have some clients that get obsessed and for 2 years straight, they will track every fucking meal.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm like, listen, you know, if you want to live your life like that, I'm perfectly for it. But don't come crying to me later that, you know, your husband leaves you or your girlfriend leaves you because they're like, yo, you don't even eat out anywhere. You know, my life's miserable, which I've had that too. I've had people that are like, yo, if I can't track it, I'm not eating. And that's horrible. But I do like to use the app in order for you to learn what's good for you and what's not good for you.
And it sets a good, like you said, you do it for 2-3 months. It sets a good
that's
gauge,
a good gauge, right? It's a good jump start, you know. And from there, you already know consciously, like, I shouldn't be eating that, or I should be eating that, or you really know. My favorite thing is when a client goes somewhere, they eat something this big, and they're like, "Holy shit, it has like 30-40 grams of fat." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm glad you inputted it." You know, people don't know. People have no idea.
Wow. Nah, the app. I've had friends, like one of my friends was literally like that. He'd be like, "Oh, well, I don't know," and I don't. Their thing doesn't come up on the app or whatever.
You know, that shit was pretty thorough. I was like surprised when I would like put something. I'm like, damn, they like already know.
It's pretty accurate, bro. They put time into that.
But I think like me, I eat most of the same shit every week. So it's like after you do it for a month or two,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
You already kind of
your body gets used to it. I mean, with me, like when I started losing weight, like anything that I would try to intake from my past diet just would not work.
It wouldn't fit. Yeah,
it wouldn't fit. And like I'd be in the bathroom, or like I would feel heavy. You know, like you feel like you're eating a brick. Like it's always some.
I get that often. That people are like, "Hey, once I try to eat what I used to eat, I feel like shit now."
Yeah. So I lost like 30, almost 40 pounds, and like
nice.
But I was deep in the shit that we were talking about.
Right,
like eating every night, drinking, like being hungover and ordering Uber Eats, like like all that shit.
But you still lost weight.
Well, I cut everything cold, and then I slowly, you know, now I drink. I don't. I drink.
You can still drink occasionally.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't drink not like I used to. I don't eat like I used to. And I've tried, even going to Flanny's. Like I love Flanny's. Like I can only go every so often. Like. Because it's
you know, it's not the best.
It hurts in every single way. Let's leave it at that.
It hurts in every single way.
It's like fuck, you know. But
like once you do the initial hard work, then it's like you said, like it's not easy, but it's your body tells you like, yo, if you start to go back into that, you feel like bad because your body's already used to like the healthiness. Like
you just said, like once you do the hard work, right? So I tell people you have to go somewhere extreme first to set that new baseline. Because now your new baseline, your so-called standard is way higher, way better than your last one. Yeah. So now it's like I tell my clients, you want to lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds, let's aim for 50 pounds. And now you can live your life normal and you actually will have that 10 pounds of wiggle room, you know?
That's dope. That's very smart.
Of course, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And because people would always like either tell me a new diet or something or recommend. I'm like, it's kind of have to be like almost like a lifestyle where like I remember when it kind of switched for me, like I was like almost like I was hitting 190, and bro, from my height that's terrible. I was like a butterball.
What do you weigh now?
Like 164,
that's
162.
Crazy, bro.
But I didn't even notice. I was out in Vegas drinking, eating
living life, bro.
Fucking what's that called? Fo Kim Long.
Oh yeah,
4 in the morning. But it just like it kind of accumulated over time, and then
of course,
and then I noticed that once I like went cold turkey, it was like once you turn the switch of like making that cheap meal or that whatever meal like an event, like not in the sense of like I'm gonna go crazy, just like
you earned it now,
like oh it's like I'm gonna plan it like on this day and this month I'm gonna have it, so it's like a special thing where like now my normal life is just I eat healthy, so it's not like I'm not on a diet. I'm just like this is normal.
You have
to like trick your brain. Like
yes, you got to recreate. You got to retrain your brain. Recreate your lifestyle. Those are the things that you got to do.
So, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Man, my favorite cheat meal.
I mean, we can cut this out.
Nah, we
don't want them.
I've told my clients, they know. Probably, bro, Night Owl cookies. I love Night Owl. Yeah, bro. I got a sweet tooth.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I mean,
I just had the Nesquik, the strawberry Nesquik one.
I gotta try that
This
one.
girl bought like a whole variety thing, and the other Nesquik one is.
But you just have just the cookies?
Nah, bro. I have
It's spread. It's a
That's
spread.
I have
dessert.
like 3 of them, bro. I have like 3 of them in one sitting with
that's
literally a whole almond milk, like a whole entire one, like a whole carton. That or what else, bro? What would be my cheat?
How often do you
How often
do
do I
it?
cheat? I would say like once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah,
I feel like after a while you can kind of play with it and be once a week.
You could play. You could for sure. Like right now, because of my injury, because of my surgery, I haven't worked out in like 2-3 months. But when I'm working out, bro, I mean, I'm eating like 3,000 calories a day. You know,
Holy
so it's different. I'm a lot more active, working out a lot more. You know, right now I have the other trainers giving my clients the workouts, so I'm not demonstrating workouts, because when you're demonstrating 30, 40, 50 workouts a day, you're also kind of working. Right? Yeah, you're carrying weights and all that stuff. It's a workout itself, you know. But once a week, bro. Once a week I cheat. It gets to the point where it's like you don't even crave it like that.
Yeah.
You know?
You're so tapped into yourself.
Yeah.
And
Your
you
body
kind of
doesn't
know.
crave it.
Yeah, and you know. Yeah. No, I mean it's and that's one thing that I realized too. And then it's also your results. Like you see your results,
Yes.
and you're like,
I don't want to lose this.
man,
You know, I've been working for
fuck,
this. Exactly.
It's very.
Is there like exercises that you guys do that's like because I know you also you're getting into the recovery thing. Do you do like specific exercises that like maybe for like a targeted like an athlete or someone that's trying
So no, for sure. So like right now I have one of my clients, Yuli Monster. He's
shout out to Don't Blink podcast.
Shout out to Don't Blink.
Yuli, Team Pit, come on.
Yes, sir. So we got the monster in the lab, and his workouts, bro, are extremely intense. You know, you can't compare his workout to somebody who's just trying to get in shape for the first time in their life. You know,
and it's since he's like a fighter, do you like gear it towards like the functionality of
correct?
His
so the mechanics, you know, everything translates into his fights. So everything is really based on, you know, rotation, core, a lot of dynamic movements. I want him as explosive as possible. We want him being able to, you know, we want him more athletic than his opponent. Basically, we want him to be able to withstand punches. We want him to be able to counter punches. We just want him quick. We want him explosive. We're trying to make him a monster. I mean, he is a monster, you know? But yeah, man, there's a reason why he has the fastest knockout in fighting history, 3 seconds. So shout out to my man Yuli for that. And yeah, man, his workouts are very, very intense, and you can't compare his workouts to
of course
my other clients' workouts. You know.
How did you start getting? I mean, did that come naturally, like the athletes, the celebrities?
Well, actually,
artists.
So how that happened was I met Yuli through another one of my clients named Serge. He's big time, bro. He's worked for the Dolphins. He's worked for the Marlins. Now he actually works at Super Blue, that he's actually like the head like supervisor of Super Blue. So he's very, very well connected. Nice. And he was doing a fundraiser with Yuli one day. He said, hey, why don't you come out, you know, show face, you can meet some people. I came out, and me and Yuli, you know, we had a small talk. We clicked right away. Next thing I know, we're following each other on IG. I want to say 3-4 months later, he reaches out. You know, he's like, hey, man, we always like back and forth commenting on each other's stuff. And it's like, hey, you know, would you like to stop by the lab? He's like, yeah, for sure. I would love to check it out. I'm here thinking he's going to come and just check it out, throw a picture up, boom, boom, get out of there. That's it. He comes in fully dressed, ready to work out. Like, he's ready to go. I'm like, yo, you came in for a workout? He's like, yeah, that's what I was here for. So I'm like, all right, let's get it. So I had nothing planned for him. So I just threw stuff together, you know, put him through a workout. 20, 30 minutes in, you know, he's dying. He's like, bro, I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm looking for a new strength and conditioning coach. You know, how many times can you get me in? I'm like, bro, I got to look at my schedule. I wasn't expecting this. I thought you were just going to drop in, show love, and leave. So I'm like, you know what, bro? I gotta get this guy. I gotta make it happen by any means. I go, what works for you? He goes, bro, at this point, anything works for me. I go, perfect. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 o'clock. We'll start next week. Let's do it. And then, bro, that was 3 months ago, and now he's like family. He's like an older brother to me. You know, he's somebody that I talk to almost every single day, FaceTime every single day. And yeah, bro, it's crazy because you see him on IG, but he looks crazy. You know, people always talk to me. They ask me, "Oh, is he an asshole? Is he a dick?" You know, he looks like he's. And I'm like, bro, nicest guy I ever
nicest
met.
dude.
Nicest dude, so
I heard some
humble.
crazy back in the day pit stories
Yeah,
too. But
yeah.
he's
Oh,
like the
yeah,
nicest-
no.
So I work with Pitt, and like I've been around him, and Yuli's. I mean, he'll tell you like his shit. Like, yo, I used to be the guy that they would send. You know,
I was just
like,
about to tell you,
like-
Yuli, bro, you can basically consider him a debt collector, bro.
Yeah,
He-
for real.
He's
like,
definitely one of the most deadly people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's things I can't even talk about on here, but yeah,
right.
he's definitely
he's done his shit, and you know he's turned it around for
Turned
the
it around.
positive. And,
Huge,
and-
huge.
but he's a really nice dude. You know, somebody that you can kind of
That's
fuck
awesome.
with.
When's this fight?
February 19th. So
Damn.
be on the lookout for that at the Hard Rock, February 19th.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
After
sir.
Party at there.
There, come on.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hit up Sean for the table. We get a table. Come
I like
out.
that.
For sure, man. Let me know.
Dope, man. Well, is there anything else you want to bestow on our listeners? Any motivating words?
Bro, if you're trying to change your life, you're trying to have a healthier way of life, it all starts with your mind. You know, it's all got to come from your mindset. So until you're willing to accept in your mind, you know, that this is a lifestyle change, you're never going to be healthier. You're never going to commit. You're never going to follow through with it. So everything starts with the mind, bro. Once you change your mindset, you change your life.
I like that.
Awesome.
I was gonna ask for like the husky people like me, but you just answered.
And I think, I mean, obviously you know, but like I don't think it's ever too late for anyone, right?
I have
Even-
clients from 28 right now. My youngest client, 28, Isabel, up until 65, which he's an oncologist, doctor, so he's always busy, and yet he was still able to change his life. So it's never too late. Do they say, "Oh, I wish I would have started younger"? Every single time, but it's not too late.
I mean, I say that shit. I started in early 30s, like.
And early 30s is nothing. The guy that's 65 would have wished he started at your
Right,
age.
right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's
Like,
perspective.
Perspective,
for real.
for sure.
If you want to plug your socials, where people can find you.
Yeah, so my IG is Mac Method Fitness, and you can find me as well on YouTube. Same thing, Mac Method Fitness.
And if they want to sign up for the program and the
Yeah, and if
mentorship, and
you guys want to go ahead and start a lifestyle change, you can go to the link in my bio, macmethodfitness.com, and any questions you guys have, I'll be more than glad to answer.
awesome, bro. Yo,
Sweet.
appreciate
Sweet,
you
Mac. Thank you so
stopping
much.
by, bro,
No,
and
thank you,
dropping
guys.
knowledge on us, bro.
Thank you guys. I
Let's go
appreciate
do
you.
I'm ready for a
Let's go do
fucking
donuts in a
workout.
Tesla right now.
I appreciate you guys.
Semi
man.
radio, man.
And we out.
Peace.